I was 5 and he was 6. We rode on horses made of sticks. He wore black and I wore white. He would always win the fight. Bang, bang, he shot me down. Bang, bang, I hit the ground. Bang, bang, that awful sound. Bang, bang, my baby shot me down.
Hello everyone. I hope you liked that little clip from Nancy Sinatra's song Bang Bang. That song was also used in the beginning of the Quentin Tarantino movie series Kill Bill. Well, it brings us into the topic of today's video, which is the concept in this article here. The article talks about the idea of training teachers to use guns at school, particularly Kent Center School, which is an elementary school. Now, you might be saying, what about Sandy Hook? And that's where the idea came from. But these are kids, and I'm not the only one who's against this idea. Daniel Malloy was quoted saying, outrageous and would put people at risk. Elementary kids are meant to be watching this kind of stuff on TV in fiction, not living it. Let's look at another movie depiction of a kid watching some gunplay, and I laughed it off. This video clip is from the Willy Wonka movie, which was filmed in 1971, but based on the book by Roald Dahl in 1964. So check it out.
While the rest of the world goes on searching, here in the Southwest it has actually happened. That's what I said, friends. There's only one golden ticket left in the entire world, because right here, in our own community of Marble Falls, Arizona, is lucky winner number 4. Now, the name soon to be heard around the universe is Mr. Mike TV.
Yeah, like to kill us, huh?
What do you think life's all about?
Mike, would you tell us this?
Wait till I get a real one. Colt 45. Pop won't let me have one yet, will you, Pop?
Not till you're 12, son.
For time's sake, if I could show the whole clip of Mike TV, I would show that his lack of respect for his parents, as well as the camera crew from the news stating what an awesome thing it was that he won the golden ticket to see the factory, is appalling. Mike has no manners whatsoever. His parents cater to him, and this could all be associated with the violence that he watches, but more or less that's a correlation. Don't quote me on the ability to bring up facts and statistics about this issue. But what I will do is I will quote the article again. And the nonprofit organization that's Ohio based that is offering this service to teachers has been quoted saying, "The purpose is not to replace police and EMTs, but to allow teachers, administrators, and other personnel on site to stop school violence rapidly and render medical aid immediately." I'm sorry, but if anything, we can require them to have CPR, require them to have other emotional and behavioral trainings, but to train to be able to use a lethal weapon is not the answer. If there is a disturbed person around a gun and they have the wherewithal to be able to render a teacher incapable of using it and be able to grab that weapon on their own, you have just handed these people a gun to use for themselves. Now, I want to go back to what I said about statistics. And we're looking at the town of Kent. Anywhere you live at least in the United States, I'm not sure about other countries, anywhere in the United States, it is public knowledge. You can go online and find out what the criminal records of that town or district is. This is for your own well being so that you can be in a good area to raise your children, to be safe, to put your elderly in a nice, safe environment. So, watch what I'm going to do, and you can do it too.
Let's say you want to find out how dangerous Kent really is. Go to www.homefacts.com/crime/Connecticut/Litchfield-County/Kent.html. Here, you will find crime statistics for Kent, Connecticut. You can select a year from the drop-down menu. They give you from 2014 all the way down to 1999. Let's leave it as 2014 for the most recent statistics. And you can see the overall score is an A, which is 84.64% lower than the national average. The violent crime score is 90.36% lower, while the property crime is 71.31% lower than the national average. Scrolling down, we can see more crime statistics and percentages. The risk level is all low for everything. More crimes. You can see Kent versus Connecticut total versus the national standard. And what's great about this is when you scroll, you can see each type of violent crime versus property crime. The highest is highlighted for you. The property crime is up there. Kent has 1,178 instances versus Connecticut total of 1,920, and the national is 2,596. But is property crime the worst that you can have? Now, some of you visual learners don't like to read a lot. You can see a mathematical mapping from years 1999 to present date and the number of murders, and you can change the category of the crime rates. Let's go violent crime, forcible rape, robbery, aggravated assault, which is down quite a bit since 1999, property crime, which we know is the highest. It's pretty steady, but down since 1999. Burglary, again, down since 1999, but it has gone up in recent times. Larceny and theft, and motor vehicle theft. There's only one registered offender, and we can find out exactly where he lives. I'm not going to zoom in because you can find all of this information out, as I said, on Home Facts. Now check out your own area and find out what statistics you can for your area.
So we could see that in Kent, Connecticut, the statistics for crimes are a lot lower than would be suggested by the Ohio organization that is trying to tell our parents and teachers that we need this program in their school, that they need to carry guns. I'd rather get into a more comical note, starting with, in the article, Dana Malloy states, and this is really quite funny, we don't allow peanuts in schools. Why would we allow them to carry guns? Allergies are a violence too. They're a violence to our inner bodies. And if we don't allow kids to bring in peanuts that could harm some of the student body, why would we allow teachers to bring in a weapon to school? And now, this one is a tongue-in-cheek, so be careful. But this is a fictional NRA supported by Funny or Die, the YouTube channel. And Sarah Silverman is trying to be funny in her own way. Check it out. See what you think.
Hi, I'm Sarah Silverman and I support the NRA. NRA considers itself America's longest-standing civil rights organization.
They say it's every American's right to bear arms.
So the Black NRA.
Our fund will put guns into the hands of those that need them most.
Young black males.
Young black males.
Young black males.
In an ideal world, no one would need guns.
But if some people have them,
then we all should have one.
Now that I have a gun, I feel safe doing everyday normal things.
Like wearing a hoodie.
Eating Skittles.
Walking in the rain.
Or being in Florida.
I wanted to truncate that video because A, I didn't want to steal from Funny or Die, and B, the end part of that portion of the video mentioning living in Florida is also mentioned in this article. It speaks about the organization, which has the acronym FASTER, I'll explain that in a second, drew national attention in 2013 when it donated $12,000 to George Zimmerman, the Florida man found not guilty in the fatal shooting of Trayvon Martin. And you know that case was shooting and an African American. So it ties it all back into the Funny or Die video. And now let's delve into that acronym. But I think I need a clean whiteboard, so let's clear it away. And now, the acronym stands for the catchphrase of Faster Saves Lives. And to prove that, the acronym itself, FASTER, each letter standing for faculty, administrator, safety, training, and emergency response. All of that would have been a great idea to having the faculty and administration know how to use safety training and be able to respond in an emergency situation. But responding to an emergency situation by adding more of a intolerant viewpoint and a violent viewpoint is not what we want to present to our students. If Sally hits Timmy, does Timmy hit Sally back? Or does Timmy say, no, that's all right. Sally was probably in a bad mood. I should assess the situation, see if I can rectify it, I can move away, and I can tell a teacher. Are we showing that to our students? Or are we showing, hey, Sally hit Timmy. Let's bring our fists into this. In sharing this article, I wanted to make sure that I left attached the adjacent article, which was talking about a different shooting in another area. I thought that was kind of ironic. So we don't have to go into it. I just thought that that was kind of amusing. And while the article did talk about it being a strictly voluntary process of teachers choosing to enter this, an article has come out more recently since February 5th stating how no teachers want to take part in this. So it's pretty much been killed but I still wanted to share the idea that somebody had raised it out there, and that I'm glad we have such a down-to-earth governor who is completely against the idea, and pretty funny with his wording as well, having lived through Sandy Hook and some of these tragedies that we've experienced in Connecticut and throughout the country. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you subscribe to my channel.